Call meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance.
United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Updates. Do you have anything from the constable here? Yes. It's not here.
He messaged today and gave the written report.
All right. Anybody have any questions on there?
No,
Like, I don't know any information anyway, so I'm not gonna be able to answer.
you go turn that in
Okay. Building inspector, Josh.
I have a report for you. Just 13 permits in the month of August.
Okay.
Garages, deck, one new home. And then I did update the fee schedule.
Okay. Those fees are effective immediately, or?
I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know how that worked.
I
It's
think we've
further
got
down
that.
the list.
I was gonna say, I think we've got that on here. All right.
I don't know if you guys had a copy of them or not, if she.
The fees?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yep, they are
included in
in here.
here
Yep.
somewhere. Right here.
That was,
Or
that's
that's
the
current
current
fees.
schedule, but the proposed are in your packet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Zoning administrator, she is not here. And I've kind of been acting, but I really don't have anything. Road crew?
The trailer is officially posted on surplus.
Yep.
$8,000 minimum, sitting out here as well, in case anybody wants to look at it.
Does it say on there, does it direct them where to go?
Yeah, it's written on the
Okay.
side. You have to get close to it, you can't read it from the road, but, and mowing, we're mowing, cut back to the woods right now. Just got the mower fixed, that frame that holds the mower deck on the side cracked again, or re-cracked, re-braced it again, re-welded it, it'll be back up and running tomorrow morning,
Okay.
so. And, that's all I got.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait, one more. For the electronics event, September 28th, do you need Tom and I to work that? Can we get a definitive answer on that sooner than later?
I'm gonna say probably.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, for sure, yes.
I'd plan on that, cause I
We
think
actually
there's
need
been,
a
I think
couple
there's been a
more.
lot of
Submissions.
response on that, so,
Okay,
hopefully we'll be doing a little more than last time.
all right. Yeah, I hope so, yeah, it was also last time.
But, yeah, so I would say yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Planning commission, Josh?
So we're looking for volunteers for those 2 days. Are you volunteering, or you wanna come into work?
Well, I'm
Volunteering.
Yeah, I have to work. 'Cause I had plans that weekend, so
Okay.
I gotta get paid for it.
I just wanna clarify.
Yeah.
All right, planning commission, there are 7 items on our agenda tonight regarding the planning commission, so we'll talk about those when we get there.
Okay. Clerk?
So I got a notice from Town of Port Edwards that they're working on their comprehensive plan, so if anybody's interested, I can give you the details on that. We do need volunteers for the electronics pickup. Right now, we have a couple, but they like to have 3 people per trailer, so with our staff and what they're bringing, so the more volunteers, the better. And I think that's all for now.
Okay. Have we, are they bringing the,
Forklift?
forklift?
Yep, that'll be here on Friday, next,
Okay.
not this
So they're
week, but
providing
next
that, or
week.
we've gotta rent?
They are
They're
providing it,
providing,
yep,
okay.
yep.
All right,
And then they'll bring the trailers, they're looking at 3 of them so far, so.
okay. All right. Let's see, treasurer?
I did create a new tax letter to go out, and I provided everybody a copy with it. By all means, take it home, look it over. If you have any suggestions, jot them down, let me know so that I can put something together and have it for the next board meeting to, you know, show everyone what it's gonna be.
Okay.
Trying something different, it's a different layout than what I've done in the past, so, this is similar to Rapids and like the Village of Buren.
Okay. All right, informational announcements by board members. Starts out, Brian?
Sure. Just let everybody know on the September 28th, the electronics thing, I will be notifying the sheriff's department, so that way if the traffic congestion does get so bad, we'll at least have people notified and on standby, so they can help out with that if they're not busy at the moment. Did get a phone call or was talked to about the Perco. Just some concerns they had about with the rental underneath the community center now. That was their storm shelter. And now they're concerned about the new location that Mr. Zerflu created for them, that it won't be sufficient enough for all the residents there. So that's something I was just looking into, so I'll be digging a little more into that just to see how that all is verbalized and what can and cannot be done there. Other than that, I think that's all for me.
I got nothing. I had a couple of complaints and we took care of them, so.
Okay. They had a few calls from stuff Lorelei usually takes care of. Really, they were pretty simple zoning stuff, so those will take care of too.
Got nothing.
Nothing? Okay. All right. Okay, so we're on to the minutes. So if you guys are ready, take a look and entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the minutes for Wednesday, August 21st.
Okay,
I'll second that.
first from Josh, second by Brian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Passed. Okay, and then the September 5th meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes for Thursday, September 5th.
I'll second.
So first by Brian, second by Josh. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, all those opposed? Passed as well. All right. So nomination of new planning commission. Let's see here. So Lorelei, we had James Swacky, that's you?
That's me.
Okay. Came forward and expressed interest, and Lorelei, I guess, has given a letter here explaining what he's done. I guess we'll entertain a motion to appoint him, or approve to appoint him, I guess.
Do I have to abstain from that?
I'll make a motion
So there we go.
approve,
Okay.
or recommend, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he's been appointed, we just have to approve her appointment.
Right, we have to approve Lorelei's appointment because the chairman appoints.
So you're making a motion to approve James Swanky?
Schwacky, yeah.
Schwacky.
Say it anywhere you want.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And you're abstaining?
I'll abstain.
Okay.
He looks like a decent guy.
All right.
I don't know if I have.
He showed up.
I'm breathing
I
anyway.
don't think you'd have to, but I don't know.
Well,
We do have an oath for you to take then, so we can officially get you appointed.
yep.
We'll have it here.
So along with your oath, I've got paperwork that you'll have to
Yeah,
bring
I
back.
brought my passport.
You did or didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, okay, so that's all for you, but I will have you read, here's the, your name, I got that there, and I'll have you sign that. Yes, read it out loud, yes.
that?
You get to read it in front of everybody.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay. I, James Schwake, having been elected or appointed to the office of Plan Commission, but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof, swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin, and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yep, and that's how you sign that.
Yeah, we'll get there. I gotta put my name in there first. Yeah, we got her.
And I guess just so everybody knows, Tanya is moving out of, or potentially moving, I guess there's some
Yep.
issue with that possibly, but she is moving out, and that's the reason she's leaving the planning commission, so. Guess I should have covered that first, but. All right, so fee schedule for, building inspector. Is this something we have to approve then? Is that,
I really don't know.
You raised these, right?
Yeah.
So you just took these and what, did you use like a percentage or?
So, yeah, not really. I can kinda go through it if you want. The 1 and 2 family dwellings, at the top, the additions that went up, from 75 to 100, just because, you know, any project, even if it's a small project, they still have to do, you know, review the plans, issue the permits, you know, do the inspections. A lot of, you know, and I don't charge a monthly fee, some inspectors do. And I'd say these are in line with, I checked a lot of other municipalities too. Some are still a little behind, like the construction, 15 cents a square foot, it was 12 cents. There are a couple of municipalities that are still at 12, there's a couple that are more. Rapids is 17, Buren is 17. The town of Rome and Nakusa are quite high compared to everyone else around. I think in Rome, it's $400 minimum for a garage flat fee, just to start. But so yeah, the 15 cents a square foot in the construction is up from 12. The mechanicals are at 7 cents, up from 5 cents a square foot, and that's in line with Rapids and Buren as well. The seals went up $2, that's not me, that's municipality. Lorelei's just anticipating the state will raise them soon, so she wouldn't have to update it again. Those are just up $2. Early Start is up $10. Same thing, it's, you know, I still have to issue the permit, review the plans, you know, go through all those motions. The alterations are $650 per thousand of estimated cost, up $1, I think they were $550. Accessory structures, I think they were at a $50 minimum, and they're at $75 minimum. Same reason, you know, just got to review the plans, even if they're small. But otherwise, they're 15 cents a square foot, in line with the construction, up from 12. The zoning, that is a fee that I have, that was always in the fee schedule before. Lorelei said she added it because she was requested to check zoning on occasion. For new homes, that's the only time that's applied as a new home. That's up $40 from 20. Decks, those were a $50 minimum. They're 75 now, same reasons. The electrical service upgrade is a big one. They were 55. They're 75 because those are ones that I absolutely have to do. The utility will not turn on power unless I go there and give them a report. So obviously there's a little bit involved there. The water heaters and AC, I didn't raise. Same with HVAC, because they 9 times out of 10 don't request inspections. That's really just filling out the permit and issuing it and keeping track of it, so I left that the same. I think moving permits stayed the same as well. There's not a lot for me to do there usually. One thing I did add was reinspection for ordered corrective actions if there's a re-inspection, you know. And then I also added, I don't remember where it is on here, temporary occupancy, well, that's up towards the top. When someone's building a new home, and they wanna move in before a final inspection, that's the same thing, it's just another added inspection that I have to do to give them occupancy, so that was not in our fee schedule before, and it was, you know, a lot of work, extra work, and I noticed other municipalities had that, so that was added.
Everything looks pretty well in line with just raises over time.
I don't know when the last time they were raised, I think I've been here for 3 or 4 years now, I really don't know when they were raised.
I think it's been quite a while.
It's been a long time, honestly.
So, I guess I'll entertain, well, I don't know that we need to
But
approve,
you
but
have to,
let's entertain.
but
a motion.
you have to approve ours, because
Okay.
his stuff goes on to ours, and this is our fee schedule, and
Yeah.
it reflects, so you're gonna be making a change
Right.
Okay.
reflecting
So I guess
his.
Yeah, there's some things that aren't on my schedule that are on yours.
Make a motion to approve the updated fee schedule.
First, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. First by Josh, second by Brian, all those in favor?
Right?
All those opposed? All right, passes. All right. So, number 8, condominium plat for L1 zone. Let's see, do we have anything in the packet here, John, about that?
That would have been laying outside of your packet.
Okay.
Came like either
Um,
yesterday or today.
Yeah, did you grab it?
I
So-
just did.
Okay.
I grabbed this stuff
Yeah.
yesterday morning.
Do we want,
I do also have that.
do we wanna make more copies of these?
I've got copies.
Okay.
And that.
No, you
Oh, these are stated. So there was,
don't. Here you go, I just gave them to Brian, I had an extra one from the plan.
well, if you want. All right. So, this board is a little out of practice with condominium flats. You don't get them very often. But L1L has brought forward this, and this is referring to the property that we just moved into commercial, off of Evergreen there by the corner of 13 and Evergreen. So the south end of that property, he wants to enact a condominium, essentially. So businesses with common areas. And this did go through planning commission, and the plat was approved, but I don't think we can do a final approval until we get all the condominium documents.
Right.
So what Al's kinda looking for right now is the go-ahead that this is something that we could allow through, so that he can go ahead and get those other documents, because it's an expensive endeavor.
Yeah, Al didn't wanna go spend the thousands of dollars to get all these documents ready if the town was gonna tell him no anyway, so. He's looking for go or no go, basically,
Right.
from us as a town.
And,
The plan commission just met on this earlier, sorry, we went over, Brian. But, the plan commission recommended approval with a 4-2 vote, 4 in favor, 2 against.
now, any approval here, I don't think it's not really a final approval, because we do need to see what the lawyer, what Nicholas notes as condominium instruments, which would include declaration, plats, and plans. But he's looking for kind of our go-ahead on this, I guess. The big concern, with the planning commission was the ingress and egress there is an easement going through the adjacent properties. And that easement was put in place to service that property in the back. So there's kind of consensus that they have the right to maintain that. This condominium would have the right to maintain that if they wanted to. So, I guess, does anybody have any questions?
I have some.
Okay.
Okay, the easement originally was, that 66, that original easement was designed to access that back area.
Correct.
But it wasn't really designed to access that area as a mini subdivision. So is that road, is that ever gonna be a road?
Well, the purpose
Or
of a condominium plat is generally to keep it as a private road.
Correct. But then we're back to the trails and
Right.
that kind of stuff, which the plan commission has kind of said they don't want, I guess you could say.
Correct.
And then these are gonna be 6 individual lots, per se.
Yes. And that is the adjacent properties that the easement shown.
So that's the access is the only thing that I'm really, the
Right.
main reason why I'm really against easements myself is my brother is dealing with one up at Lac de Flambeau right now. And it was supposed to be all legal, there's a lot of issues there. And that road has had an easement for
He owns these lots.
60, 70 years, and now he can't get to his property.
This is where those storage. units
Now,
are.
So, and that's an easement that was on record,
it was on record?
yes.
But that was with the natives.
It was with the natives, I understand that.
Well, that is a different situation. They don't necessarily follow the laws set by the
Per se,
Wisconsin
per
and,
se.
you know.
So that kind of sours me on easements to start
Does
with.
this come up afterwards?
And then also the other question I asked was, how are the utilities gonna get back there?
They'll come down that easement road.
They will come down the
Yes.
easement, okay.
Yep.
And then that's all legal as far as that
Yep.
goes, okay.
Just like they did across the north-south easement there,
Okay,
feeding all
Yep.
them, they're just.
yeah, see, them easements don't bother me because they do have right-of-ways to the highway, so you're not landlocked per se. The other question I had was, I see you got it on this map here, there is a possible future entrance into that, coming off of Evergreen,
Correct. Mhm.
so that eases me there, cause I didn't know that,
That's actually
Right.
in already, that's gravelled and cleared, and
so,
you can actually see that.
okay. And then the other question I have is, what about the fire prevention, or protection? Is there anything special for the fire trucks, emergency vehicles? Anything that they need, specialties for that? For getting into easements and stuff like that, that's all legal
Each of the
to,
buildings will have a 56 by at least 90-foot parking lot in the front of them, so.
okay, so they
there's-
have room to turn around and access that kind of stuff, okay, yeah, that's,
That's where the second one shows where the buildings are located.
okay. Okay, well, just shows.
Yeah, we drew them in.
Okay.
You see how those go together, right?
Yep.
That was my couple questions.
I guess, Brian, do you have any questions or concerns?
Eventually, we'll probably turn and go to the north and end up on Evergreen,
Yeah, that's what I would like to see, is an actual roadway coming off of Evergreen.
but I don't wanna do that right now in case somebody comes to the town and wants to buy
So
25 acres of land and.
it does say private road, is it going to be? Cause this is where we had the problem with, the Nepco Lake development, right? So they, or Al will have to maintain those roads, or the
Correct.
condominium.
condominium
Association or-
association will have to snow removal and all that kind of stuff.
Is there gonna be an association with them?
That'll all be spelled out in the documents.
Okay.
And that's what the attorney said, and that's what,
Yeah,
and that's part of the process moving forward if approved right here.
That'll address the liability issues for insurance and lawn mowing and
Yeah.
snow removal.
And as I said, we can't really
We're not
fully
approving.
approving,
Right.
I
but an informal go-ahead is essentially what we're kind of doing at the moment.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
lots now, yeah. Yeah, I know where the road and stuff is there.
That's your copy, isn't it?
It was,
I was,
yeah.
I was wondering why it was.
You can have that.
Why it was there.
Unless you
Now I
guys
know.
want a copy of it.
No, when we're done, you can have that.
Yeah, I seen it putting that in, I was wondering why.
Yeah.
Now I know.
That's,
You want it?
So,
I got one.
no, I guess it's not. Well. We don't approve it then if this is just a,
Well,
do
Al-
we make a motion or anything, if this is
the
just a.
planning commission
preliminary?
did, what exactly did the planning commission?
So we made a motion as a plan commission to, and just how it's worded in item number 8, condominium plat. So if we approve this condominium plat, then Al is gonna take that as we are willing to work with him, proceed further with this. So then he'll start doing his homework on that end as far as what the state requires, what our attorney recommended, items like that.
I guess I would be hesitant myself to actually fully approve the plat at this point. But I certainly think this wouldn't be bad for Saratoga to bring in some more business, and
I guess we can just have on record that we give them the nod to continue.
would that be kind of what you're looking for at this point?
Yeah, I just don't wanna spend $5,000 on these documents and then it gets completely thrown out.
Right.
So would you like a motion to continue to work with L1ZL on the condominium plat?
That'll work?
Is that your motion, Brian?
That's my motion. You want Josh to write it down for you, Paul?
I might have this one.
All right, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, so first by Brian, second by Josh. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
And I'm actually gonna abstain,
gonna-
so.
Okay, I would really like to see a roadway. I really would like to see a roadway, actually documented. The landlocking on the end of Kester is another issue, which is still an issue.
No, I think they fixed that.
You think so?
Yeah, Lorelei looked into that,
Okay,
and apparently the marker that is across from the Kester property, that goes right in front of the Palmeters by the road, is actually a 40-acre marker, not per se the Rick's land.
oh, okay.
Okay.
So she did
So
go up
it
to the
is all-
county and
okay.
looked into it.
Well, Al, I think you got your, not, do you
Yeah.
have any more?
No, that's,
Okay.
yeah, that's the only thing that holds me back from going full force.
Okay. I think you got your nod to kind of go ahead. When Lorelei gets back, I would touch base with her though,
Okay.
on that too. So,
Well, then-
I won't stop it, put it that way. If there wasn't two, I would've,
I wanted-
just wanna be on record for that.
all right. Al, do you have any other questions then?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Thanks.
all right.
Where's that? That's Al.
Oh, yes, both of these actually are. All right,
Those who want copies of them.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah.
all right, status update for Richard Graholski. He's not here. This was the property that was going to be moving in the cabin, currently has the trailer house on it. So, I tried calling and leaving a message today, I did not hear back from him. I did ask Josh if there was any permits taken out for construction, like you would need for that, putting the foundation down, and there were no permits brought out at this time. So, I think the stipulation was that we needed to see, something substantial as far as, even a contract, and I don't think we've gotten anything that we've seen as far as working on putting in that house. So I guess you guys have any comments?
Has any progress been made on that property at all? Since our
No.
November 3rd, 2021 meeting where we,
I don't believe at the last time we met and discussed it, that any progress had been made on that property. And so we gave him 2 months to make progress, even in the form of just getting a contract together with somebody to do the concrete work. Or, something to show progress. And I myself have not seen it. He hasn't come in submitted.
I haven't seen anything, but that would typically get forwarded to the building inspector, so.
And I talked to Josh, and he was attempting to work with them, but there was nothing he was ever able to get. He was having a hard time getting the plans together for the house or something, and nothing ever came about. So, since the original for him to bring in that was to build a house, and nothing as substantial has been done on that since 2021, November of 2021, correct?
We gave him until April 1st of 2022 to obtain, or to go through the permit application process for electrical and building.
I guess my suggestion would be to write a letter that we order him to remove that trailer house within 60 days, but I'll entertain a motion for,
But isn't that what, doesn't she get till October? The property owner located have until August 9th to remove the manufactured home on the premises,
August 9th of next.
2024.
But then he came to the
Right,
meeting.
but then he
and
came to that
asked.
meeting.
Oh,
He came to the July meeting,
yeah.
and we gave him until September to show us, we basically gave him an extension.
Yeah.
And told him if you can show us something meaningful by our September meeting, we'll entertain, continue until you build.
Well,
But-
looking at the 2021, October 2021, they gave them a full year to show substantial progress, which would have been October 22nd of 2022.
Right.
I don't know what happened between October 22 till,
We had a board changeover and nothing ever got pushed forward.
so I make a motion, yeah, he'll, with no substantial progress shown for the last 4 years, I think he went well and exceeded the 1 year that they gave him back then, so.
And we even gave him a couple months grace period to try to get something going, so. Do you have a timeline you wanna see on that? Your motion? I would say 60 days is fairly reasonable, might be a little bit even,
I'm just thinking, November, that'd be,
I think we have to deal with it at this meeting, otherwise we're gonna get into winter months and.
well,
it's
right,
gonna
cause
get
then you're gonna be looking at. Alright, I'll give him 60 days. 60 days to remove the manufactured home from the premises.
Okay. You wanna restate your motion, just so Paulette can,
I make a motion that Richard Grohalski will need to remove his manufactured home from the premise of 7542 Oak Street within 60 days.
Due to violation of,
I don't know that we even have to state that, it's outside of our
yeah.
ordinances and it has been for years, so. Can I have a first, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, so Josh, or Brian has first and Carl has second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passes unanimously. All right. All right, certified survey map for Alan Diane Michaels. That would be, so parcel 1800215B. And this lot is zoned rural residential, so it's 3 acre lots minimum. It was approved through the planning commission.
Yes, it was recommended to the board for approval. Both lots are over 4 acres. There is a typo on the back of that, it's lot 1 and lot 1.
Yep.
One of them is lot 2, I don't know which one.
I did talk to the surveyor the guy that drafted the note, he says, oh. That's what I get for,
He didn't tell you whether the north or south lot was two,
no,
did he?
that's what I get for cutting paste.
So yes, this was recommended by the plan commission to approve to the board.
So, do we have any questions, or? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, so got a motion to approve
The alleys.
As
Okay.
written.
CSM,
Yep.
there is no CSM number, is there?
No, it doesn't get a number until after.
Okay, so CSM for parcel number 1800215B, and for splitting those lots. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
All those opposed? Unanimous pass. All right, and then we have certified survey map for Rodney and Ellen No.
So this was, 3 lots that they want to make 1 lot.
Yes.
No change in,
This is a buddy of mine.
And so this did pass the planning commission as well. There's no real reason not to pass
this is
the
actually
joining lots.
the opposite of what we usually see.
Yeah.
We usually see-
So,
Let me wrap my brain around this.
They were, I think they were sick of getting 3 tax bills.
Yeah.
Now they only got 1.
so I'll entertain, motion to approve, unless you have any questions.
So, I'll entertain a motion to approve this survey map.
Okay. First by Carl,
Second by Brian.
second by Brian, and all those in favor?
Alright,
Aye. Passed unanimously. All right. Certified survey map for, potential rezone. Certified survey map and potential rezone discussion from Mike Osborne. All right, so this one, it's a little complicated here.
I like the color.
So if you look at map number, or the one that says number 2 on the top, it's got a 2 on the top corner. That's how the current zoning is on these. And that's also how they wanna split these lots up. So, number 3 has 2 different zonings as it is now. Number 1 has 2 different zonings. The problem comes in, we can't rezone these until we do a public hearing, which they will do at the next planning commission, I believe is the plan for that, right?
sure. Well,
So we can't.
we have to have a public hearing to rezone these.
Right.
Whether there's a request or not, because there's 2 different zones
Right,
on each lot. So, the lot 1 and 3 have to be rezoned
so,
no matter what. Even if the owner, whoever it was sold to, even if they don't request it, we still have to rezone it. Being there's a residence on each one, we will probably move to rezone residential.
yeah, and that, was that RS1 or RR1?
Well, they're both over 4 acres, so we could, or no. Yeah. they're both over-
RS1 is what the suggested is to switch those two,
Okay.
so. Now on that. Okay, so we have to rezone those? We
Well-
can do that at this meeting then?
I don't know if, no, I think we have to have a public hearing.
So we have to have the public hearing.
But we have to, we're gonna have a public hearing at the plan commission, the next plan commission, no matter what, even if the
Right,
owner doesn't want it.
correct, right,
Because we have to take that commercial sliver off of lot 1
Right.
and make it RS1 to match the rest of the lot.
right.
And then we need to take lot 3 and make it match what, there's a residence on lot 3 right now, right? Down Moon?
Not really.
A
No.
shed, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a shed and a gravel parking lot there at the moment,
So-
but I believe they want it as RS1 as well.
Yeah, if there's no commercial, I mean, if there was a commercial, if there was a business on that lot,
Yeah.
right now, I would say leave it commercial, but if there's not a business on it, and it's either a field or
Right.
vacant land, so to
So,
speak.
so what we're discussing is just the certified survey map, which was approved
Correct.
through. We cannot do the rezoning yet, but that will be coming after the next
And,
planning commission.
and there was no interest by Mr. Osborne to rezone it anyway, he didn't have a preference.
I would say if I ain't gonna own it, what do I care?
Right.
So,
You have no preference or opposition, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
I know Lorelei wanted to do it just to clean it up.
It does make sense with that 60, with 16th Street there, and that's all residential essentially, so.
Yeah.
I guess there's a business on there too, but yeah, so it would make sense just to get that one cleaned up.
yeah,
But,
so today, we're just talking about the CSM.
yes.
We discussed rezoning, but we're not at this time.
And this does fit all requirements, setbacks.
Yep.
You know, frontages.
Yeah, lot 3 didn't have the frontage that, our ordinance required until now,
So,
and now it does.
okay. So I will entertain a motion to approve the certified survey map.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. So I have a first from Josh,
I'll second that.
second by Brian, to approve the certified survey map for Mike Osborne for parcel number 1800158BB, 1800158BC, 1800158BCA, and 1800172J. All those approve?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. Can't speak today. All right. All right, and there is a typo on 13 and, well, 14, actually. 14 should be CSM.
Not rezoning.
Yeah, because 13 and 14 are both rezoning. All right,
Those aren't typos.
No, they're two different items.
Item 15 is
oh,
the
okay,
CSM.
all right, all right.
We could do item 15 before 13 and 14, which I almost did at the planning commission. They're just,
Yeah, approve the
Well-
CSM first and then rezone them.
we can
We
approve the
we
CSM.
can't, because
Have a good night.
splitting that CSM puts one of those where it does not qualify for RP. So we have to approve the rezoning before we do the CSM.
Okay.
So what this,
Okay.
what this is it's, you wanna just explain what you're doing?
Yep.
A lot easier coming from you.
My wife and I have owned the 10720 Rangeline Road, which is a 5-acre property, for about the last 10 years. We got a unique opportunity to purchase our neighbor's property, which was 27 acres right next door. And instead of selling the 10720 with the 5, we'd like to retain 3 of those acres with the new property that we've got. So we'd just be taking that parcel from 5 to 2, which is why I would be asking for the rezoning. The zoning of RS abuts the properties that I'm asking for the rezone, and also across the street. So it's just a continuation of the zone that would allow me to take that from 5 to 2.
So-
If that made any sense.
So the 3 properties that you see right in front there, right next to it, those are all RS1, along with across the street. So what you'd be changing for that would be, I guess, congruent with the area. And it was approved through the planning commission as well.
Yes. Earlier today.
So I guess we can start out with the first one, 18, anybody have any questions, I guess?
So what property are we looking at here? This
Well,
one?
This used to be a lot, and that went to that. This section used to be lot 2, it is now lot 1. Part of lot 1. This one
Okay.
got bigger, that one got smaller.
So then we gotta, okay. So this is the
So-
one we're gonna rezone.
Yeah, smaller got
The,
smaller.
This 10620 is the smaller lot?
It's this larger lot.
Okay, so this is 106, so this is the one we're talking about right now. We're gonna rezone this, and then the next item, we're gonna rezone that. Both lot 1 and 2 are getting requested. Right now, we're only talking about lot one.
So for parcel number 1800878BA, I will entertain,
Why does he want lot one rezoned to RS1?
Just because it's surrounded by RS1.
you really can't change lot 2.
Unless if you change
You
lot
change
one.
lot 1, we would be island, putting islands of zoning out there, which we have kind of come.
Yeah, I have no intentions other than to make sure that it stays in just as one chunk there.
Right, so it's congruent with it, and to keep that going down the line. Yeah,
I'll make a motion to approve the rezoning of parcel number 1800878BA to RS1.
do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Alright,
Aye.
Okay, passed unanimously. All right, so the rezoning for parcel number 1800758B. I'll entertain a motion for that one.
I'll make the motion for that one.
Okay,
I'll second.
all right, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright,
All those opposed? That one passes unanimously as well.
Should clarify those motions. Clarify that property as
Yeah,
it's written.
it has written, yep. There you go.
All right, so now that we have that zoning approved on there, we can address the certified survey map, which would now meet the requirements for RS1.
and just to clarify, lot 2 was 5 acres, and we're taking it down to 2 acres.
Two, yes.
Just over 2.
And so it does fit all current zoning for RS1. So, you guys have any more questions on that? Otherwise, I'll entertain them.
Is it,
Motion.
it is, you couldn't have this.
I'll make a motion to approve CSM for parcel number 1800758B.
And that would also include BA at that point, correct? Yes.
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 All right, I have first, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right. All those in favor?
Alright.
All those opposed? All right, passed unanimously. All right. So, on to business permits, change of address for Pauline's Grooming LLC.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right. Paulette, do you know much about this? Because I'll be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, all I know is that she just moved where her business was. It's a home-based pet grooming business.
Okay, and they do drop-offs and pickups.
Trying to think.
Is that the one that used to be down by Flowgate?
I thought she used to be in
No.
highway.
No, that's.
Oh, no, she was in the dental,
Arrowhead?
Arrowhead Dental, I think.
Oh,
Okay, she was on 13.
Yeah, by me.
And where's Madison?
So that's what I was just wondering.
Down 73, 52nd Street, and then there's a little subdivision there.
On the
Oh,
left?
Was
73
it
to the
Manhattan
left.
Woods? I don't
Or is
recognize
Madison
the name
Circle
either.
By
on
the-
the town line?
Madison.
Yeah, it is in the Manhattan Woods there.
That don't,
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Where is it?
And in the Manhattan Woods there off of 52nd, 573.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's not a town road, I believe that's a private road back there. But,
I make a motion to approve the change of address business permit for Pauline's Grooming LLC, 5411 Madison Circle, parcel 81801295.
okay, I have a first from Josh, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second from Carl. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
I didn't write that out on the card, Paulette, but I read item
You
16.
read it exactly as it was, so
Yeah, I
that
did.
makes it easy.
All right. And Paulette, do you want me to sign that right away, or do you want, as acting chair, or do you want Lorelei to sign that when she gets back?
It don't matter.
Don't matter.
There, there. Oh, yeah.
There we go. What is the date today?
18.
I should know that. All right, so next up, one-day beverage license for Class B beer, American Legion. All right.
Well, looking at the vice commander here, I'm a little suspicious about this.
I guess, does anybody have any questions?
They do this every year, I think, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going into spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti dinner.
I didn't get an invite.
I'm
I
going.
was gonna
It's on
say,
Facebook somewhere, I guess.
Is
tell them
It's
next time they get in, put
October
it in.
Well, there's gonna be beer there somewhere.
I'll make a motion to grant the temporary alcohol beverage license for the American Legion Post 442.
All right, I have a first from Carl, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, that's unanimously.
And the next one, there's the one that I'll have to repost that in the paper.
Okay, so we can't actually take action on
Make
this
a
one.
motion to table till next
Do we
meeting.
need a motion on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to table that till the next meeting due to some inconsistencies of
Gotta update the application, yeah.
the publication.
and just that they're temporary,
Is the,
Yep, they're
we'll get
provisional.
through to the next meeting,
Correct,
so
yep,
we will be fine on that.
So you had made a motion to table?
yes.
I'll second.
yeah.
All right, so first from Carl, second from Josh, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. Fee schedule for transfer site materials. All right, so what started this was actually the fact that our 10 tires per address did not include ATV, garden tractor, or motorcycle tires. We got a lot of questions and as to why. And I'll be honest, I was one of them, that kind of question. It
Why?
didn't make sense to me.
If
They're-
we can bring in a 17-inch truck tire, why can't we bring in a 8-inch
Right.
tractor tire?
And the way we are charged with the tires is by the ton out of there, $375 per ton, I
Yep.
believe, yes. So, and doing the math on some of that, we were looking at some of our fees, and we are way outdated on some of our fees. So right now, currently, it's $3 per tire. So if you average 80 to 100 light-duty tires per ton, you get, I can't remember what I got for that, but let's see. So if you figure 80, you're at $4.69 that it costs us to get rid of those tires. And that being said, some of these pickup tires, call it,
Yeah, truck tire was 33 pounds.
well, and so that actually, for a truck tire, that comes out to 60 tires per. And if you figure that out, by 60, we're actually, that's $6.25, so even at the $5, we're not coming out on that. So, I guess looking for input on if these fees look all right to you guys, or,
How often do we charge for the over the 10? Is that quite frequent?
No,
Okay.
on an average, I bet you he's got 2 residents, maybe a month, that will have
More than
More than
over the 10, yeah. Then you might, 1 or 2, maybe 1 or 2 a month that is a larger size tire, that they'll have a fee for that.
And that's over 20 inch. Right.
Yes,
Yeah, over 20
Yep.
inch or tractor tires.
Yep.
Now, one thing with moving that, including ATV, garden tractor, and motorcycle tires up to that 10 limit, currently, right now on this list that we have, we did put any racing slicks, leaving those as, not, you will have to pay for any of those. I guess we were looking for a little input on whether that should be kept separate from those done, or
And what's the reasoning for the keeping them separate?
I guess my thought behind that is everything, car, garden, ATV, motorcycle is all residential use
Okay.
versus,
A potential for profit?
right. That was my thoughts. I guess I'm not really set either way, but I guess what are your guys' thoughts on that as to,
Well, my personal thought is, if a truck tire, like the tire on my truck, is 30 pounds, I would assume a racing tire is less than 30 pounds.
yeah,
Ours are 20.
So, I mean, if we're talking about 375 a ton, and the reason that we wanna up these fees is because of tonnage.
like, keep in mind, we do keep people staffed there too, so some of it would be to, try to recoup some of the cost of keeping those staffed. I mean, I'm fine if you guys wanna include those in the 10, it was just kinda my thought that racing is a little bit different than the rest of it, it's not a residential type activity, so.
I mean, we're allowing 10, we're allowing 10 tires per address, right?
Per year, yes,
Per year, with no fee.
correct.
So if 10 race tires come in instead of 10 truck tires, we're not spending as much.
I guess my thoughts are, a lot of these racers will go through a lot of tires though, and what's to stop them from asking their neighbor to bring in 10 in their name and,
Well,
neighbor down
that's
the
the
road.
same thing,
That's regular tires.
yeah.
I guess a tire's a tire to me,
Okay, well,
in my opinion.
I guess the activity that you do with the tires was more my concern, but if you guys wanna leave tire and put that up,
Have you
that's,
seen my kids drive? They're all racing slicks.
Even the 30 pounders.
My wife even. Just kidding.
I was gonna say, this is recorded, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Paul,
the
why
smartest
don't
one.
you switch hats and
For the record.
put your 2 cents in on this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Josh has a point, a tire's a tire, but, I don't know. We have a collection, so.
I guess, Dan, you're kinda big into the racing world, what's your thoughts on it?
I see where you're coming from, but I'm trying to think back why it was eliminated to start with, and I don't have a clue. But
try it for a year and see how it goes. I mean, if you
10
find that you're overwhelmed.
But your tire is, what'd you figure,
Ours are
around
20
20 pounds?
yeah.
Yeah, so the race tire is very light
Right.
compared to, you look at the size, you think it weighs a ton, but it don't. It's very light compared
Are most of
to
them-
a standard car tire.
Nylon?
Standard.
And my concern wasn't really the weight at all,
It's
cause
the
it fell
numbers.
within, it's the, you can get guys that come in and with
That's why
50
it's so
tires,
light,
and
maybe.
2 years ago, I